Ranking Ryan Gosling movies from worst to best. In last place is The Gray Man, an incredibly dull and generic action movie. Netflix is way too good at getting incredible actors in their film, but somehow making it terrible. 16 is Only God Forgives, a super aesthetic looking movie, but there's barely any dialogue, which some people will really dig, but for me it doesn't really work. 15 is Gangster Squad. He plays this cop trying to take down this gang, but for some reason he's doing some weird voice in this, like it's so high pitched and funny it takes me out of the movie every time he talks. At number 14 is The Notebook, one of the most overrated romance movies ever made. 13 is a huge jump up in quality. It's The First Man where he plays Neil Armstrong. This is actually a really solid film. 12 is The Place Beyond the Pines. Ryan Gosling doesn't have that big of a role in this movie, but Bradley Cooper does, and he is incredible in it. 11 is his newest movie, The Fall Guy. I had a ton of fun with this. It's just a big love letter to stuntmen and movies in general. And the movie's nothing amazing, but it's definitely worth going to see just for Ryan Gosling's performance alone, because he is just so unbelievably funny in this. At number 10, I have The Big Short. This is just such a great movie. At number 9 is Half Nelson, where Ryan Gosling plays his teacher who's struggling with addiction. And he forms this unlikely friendship with this other student that's on his basketball team that he coaches because she also has a very troubled life. It's a movie that's gut-wrenching but also charming at the same time. Definitely go check it out. At number 8 is Crazy Stupid Love. It's about Ryan Gosling being this player who's pretty much just helping Steve Carell after he's going through a long divorce get back on the dating scene, and it's absolutely hilarious. At 7 is Lars and the Real Girl, where he plays Lars, this guy who's super socially isolated and shy. But he orders this doll online who he thinks is his real girlfriend, and everybody in his life now has to go along with it. It's super charming and funny, also sad at times too, but definitely a great watch. At number 6 is Barbie. Him and Margot Robbie play off each other perfectly. The comedy works in this film, and it also has something more to say. At number 5 is Blue Valentine, a very unique romance movie that simultaneously follows the story of them falling in love as a young couple, but then out of love as an older couple. It will make you feel every emotion in the world, and it's seriously some of Ryan Gosling and Michelle Williams' best acting they've ever done. Definitely go watch it if you haven't seen it. At number 4 is Drive. This movie just absolutely rips. Like, Ryan Gosling in a neo-noir action movie is just a perfect recipe, and I'm so sad that he's not going to be doing these darker roles anymore, even though I do love him in comedies too. Speaking of comedies though, The Nice Guys is my number 3 because this movie is absolutely hilarious. If you don't know, this is essentially just a buddy cop movie with these two trying to investigate the death of a corn star, but their comedic timing and chemistry together is just so good. I need a Nice Guys 2 so badly. At number 2 is La La Land, and I say this as someone that doesn't care for musicals, but this is an absolute masterpiece of a film. It should honestly be illegal to have as much on-screen chemistry as Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone do, and not to mention that this film also just looks gorgeous in every shot. Definitely one of the greatest horror movies of all time. But my number 1 is Blade Runner 2049, an absolutely beautifully depressing film about loneliness.